It means we're going to keep relieving student debt. We're going to end medical debt. We've already made sure medical debt can no longer be put on a credit report. We also work with states to wipe out medical debt for pennies on the dollar. We're going to raise the federal minimum wage. We're going to pass the PRO Act and end union busting once and for all. As I mentioned, we capped the cost of insulin for seniors at $35 a month. And total drug costs beginning in January. Total drug costs of $2,000 a year, no matter how much they spend. Because a lot of them now need cancer drugs, need heart medicines. They've ranged from anywhere from $2,000 a year to $4,000 a year to $10,000 to $12,000. The second term, we're going to make sure that's not only exists, but for every single American, every American. Folks, and it's not going to cost the government money. It saves the government money. By the way, these reforms save the lives of taxpayers, but they also save the government, just what we've done so far, $160 billion. Savings. And people don't focus on it, but here's the deal. Instead of Medicare having to pay out $400 for insulin, the Medicare only has to pay out $35. It just is a giant savings. This year, Medicare is negotiating lower prices for some of the costliest drugs in the market. Treat everything from heart disease to arthritis. In the next term, we want to go further and give Medicare the power to negotiate lower prices for 50 drugs a year for the next 10 years. That'll not only save lives, it will save the taxpayers another estimated $200 billion. But get this, Trump will give the power back to Big Pharma to charge whatever they want. He also wants to terminate, I love his phrasing, terminate the Affordable Care Act, which means the average family would pay $13,000 more a year for health care because guess what? They can't get coverage if they don't have the Affordable Care Act because they may have a pre-existing condition. That means 3 million black Americans, 4 million Latinos, 1 million Asian Americans will be robbed of their health care coverage. Look, I'm taking the most significant action ever on climate. That includes bringing relief to millions of suffering from the biggest weather killer of all in America, extreme heat. I must tell you, this surprised me when I learned it about 8 months ago. If you add up hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, everything, more people die from extreme heat than all those other natural events combined. And look what it costs. It costs money for people to have air conditioning. It costs money for people to have the ability to turn on what they need. Meanwhile, Trump says he doesn't believe climate change is real. Maybe you should step out here in Vegas. Well, it's 120 degrees in his bare feet. Look, we're going to end Trump's... I don't want to get going here. We're going to end Trump's tax cuts for the very wealthy and big corporations so they start paying their fair share. I kept my commitment so no one could say I was going after people with money. I kept my commitment that no one making less than $400,000 a year would pay a single penny more in federal taxes. There are 1,000 billionaires in America. Right now, you know what their average cost of how much they pay in federal taxes? 8.2%. 8.2%. I'm going to make sure billionaires have to pay a minimum of 25%, which isn't even the highest racket. No billionaire should pay a tax rate lower than a teacher, a firefighter, a nurse, someone working like a belt. You know what that one thing will do when we get it done? It'll generate $500 billion in revenues over the next 10 years. Allowing us to do more for child care, elder care, bring down the federal deficit, so much more. And by the way, what happens when people don't have to worry about what's going to happen to the child if they go to work, they have child care? The economy grows. It grows. It grows. I signed the American Rescue Plan into law in the months of coming to office. I put $1,400 checks into pockets, expanded child tax credit, sending $300 checks per child, per family, per month into the pockets to help them get through this pandemic. I cut child poverty in half for black families, Latinos, and Asian and tribal communities. Republicans let it expire. I want to reinstate and make the child care tax credit permanent. Permanent. There's so much more I want to say to you, I'm resisting. I'm told I should be shorten this up a little bit. Let me close with this. I look at all of you, I see your talent, your dedication. Most of all, I see the dignity of your work. That's what I can honestly say. Honest to God, I've never been more optimistic about America's prospects than I am now. Never. We just have to remember who we are. We're the United States of America. There is nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together and work together. And that's what we're going to do. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You know your love keep on lifting higher, higher and higher. I said your love keep on lifting higher and higher. Now once I was downhearted, disappointment was my close.
We can do this, folks. We're the Democratic Party. We can do it.
And you know he never showed his face again. That's why your love keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. I said your love keeps on lifting me higher and higher.
All right, are we ready to vote? Are we ready to vote to live? Then go to votetolive.org. Let's get out here and let's continue to work to move our country forward and not backward. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today.